Hello guys, we have another fresh couple of stupid. I'm gonna stop trying to say the R word. I'm gonna stop saying the R word. Okay, got a new one. This is quite low hanging fruit, but
Do you believe in free speech?
by the way, this is Dave Rubin. He if you hear anybody talking about platform fascists, if you talk about this guy makes no one look like he platforms anybody. If you heard anybody talking about platforming, this guy is a definition of platforming. So like he was like a former TYT host, and then he did some stuff. He brought on some fascists. Like when I mean fascist, I mean like people who believe in the Great Replacement. I mean people who think the Jews who genuinely believe in the JQ, and he will go up and talk to them. Oh, do you in that free speech? Well, right now, people are silencing Palestine protesters. So,
Do you believe that people should be judged by their character, not their skin color?
oh no, oh my gosh, yeah. These people hate Martin Luther King. Do you know another thing Martin Luther King said? Martin Luther King supported reparations. God, like what? I can immune Martin Luther King. There's arguments whether he was a socialist or not. He's definitely not. This guy, at, at the most right, he was a radical, radical social democrat. Like not socialist, but like he wanted to reform capitalism hard. At least he wanted to reform that shit hard. And also he also talked about the white moderate, who believed in the white moderates. Which is important. The white moderates.
Do you believe in freedom of
Latin of
religion?
Yes, pray. Yeah. Me opening my seventh large scroll about Jewish and Muslim hate crimes. Okay, and that prohibited by neo-Nazis. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the left is the one who does believe in freedom of religion.
If you believe these things, you're probably not a progressive.
Progressively retarded. I should stop with that, Tom's. I am a progressive and I believe in those things. Come on.
You might think you're a progressive. I used to think I was. My show, The Rubin Report, was originally part of the Progressive Young Turks network.
This guy was a grifter, but I don't know.
Progressives struck me as liberals, but louder. Progressives were the
This wasn't what they believed.
nice guys. They looked out for the little guy. They cared about women and minorities. They embraced change. In short, who wouldn't want to be a progressive? But over the last couple of years, the meaning of the word progressive has changed.
No, it didn't.
Progressives used to say, I may disagree with what you say.
No. Progressive never said that. Progressive never went to a fascist parade and go, well, I might have disagreed with what you said, but
I'll fight to the death for your right
to say it. Progressive never went to that. The reason, by the way, he's screaming out free speech. He wants the speech of fascists to the screams of fascists to be loud. He wants to openly say that the speech is good, that he can't die on that hill. So he wants to find a way to say fascist speech is okay without saying problem. Oh, when I mean fascist, I mean neo-Nazis. Sorry, some people say, well, the Republican Party is fascist, which is correct. The Republican Party is fascist. I mean, like neo-Nazi when I mean fascists. Okay. If I say someone agrees with fascists, I mean he's agreeing with neo-Nazis. Okay. The reason I call them fascist, it's faster than neo-Nazi. No, progressive never said this. Let's just go on.
Say it. Not anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Banning speakers whose opinions you don't agree with from college campuses, that's not progressive. Prohibiting any words not approved.
Hang on. Hey, I mean that's free speech, baby. But there ever a time when like my neo-Nazis was not forced out of college? They protest against this system. That's free speech, baby. You're allowed to say things. I might disagree what would you say, but I'll fight the death right to say it. I want to say I want that person. I don't want some fascist speaking in college. Okay.
Campuses, that's not
I
progressive.
don't want someone who doesn't believe in the Holocaust speaking in a college campus. Okay.
Prohibiting any words not approved of as
Yeah. They're still angry about the N-word. Every morning they wake up and they're like, ugh. See a black person and they're like, hello, black person.
politically correct. That's not progressive.
Mm-hmm.
Putting trigger warnings on books.
Trigger warnings. Hello. We should really do it. Conservatives get triggered when they see a trigger warning. Trigger warnings. My thoughts on them. Rename them to content warnings because trigger sounds stupid. Content warnings. Second, trigger warnings are for people like you write trigger warnings to say okay, you say it's content warnings like there'll be set a trigger warning would be like content warning, people rape, sex, murder, bloodshed, blah 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 blah. I'm telling you, man. So like, which I think should be right. If someone or like bright flashing lights, trigger warning, bright flashing lights could cause a death. Please, if you have a condition that causes death, if you see it, please don't watch this video. I think that's fine.
Movies, music, anything that might affect.
It's not offending anyone. Content warnings are like if someone is going to. I don't know how they say it. God, these people get so offended by trigger warnings. There was like I shouldn't do this to any video. It's like, hey, this video contains a content warning that says if you the problems with it. If you get irrationally disturbed with this, please don't. That should be so. There should be a sign saying trigger warning, trigger warnings. Comedy gold.
Offend people, that's not progressive either. All of this has led me to believe that much of the left is no longer progressive, but regressive.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of the reasons I've spent so much time on my show talking about the regressive left.
Huh?
This regressive ideology doesn't judge people as individuals, but as a collective.
You can judge people as collectors, and if let me give you an example. If you ever took a Econ 101 stat, you have to take people as groups of people as large groups so that the maths work. Does that mean an Econ 101 class destroys the individual? No.
If you're black or female or Muslim or Hispanic or member of any other minority group, you're judged differently than the most evil of all things.
No, okay. Let's talk about what's it called? Intersectionality. One, that leftism do not believe in evil; they believe in harmony. Look, a woman.
Of any other minority.
A great thing about this. Great examples is patriarchy. The patriarchy still exists. But the thing is, the patriarchy also suspect men as well. We should rename patriarchy something else. I know the gender split. Right, I'm gonna whenever I say gender split. Okay, whenever I say gender split, I mean the patriarchy. So the gender split also affects men a lot. Like there are loads of ways that men are forced to do social standards. Like men are forced to be breadwinners and blah 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 blah. So yeah, it doesn't make you evil. It says okay, you're a woman. Because of that, society will treat you like you're a woman, you're white, blah blah blah. Because of this, stereotypes, blah blah blah, you're going to be treated like this, and people will affect you and blah blah blah. It's when
group, you're judged differently than the most evil of all things, a white Christian male.
That isn't. They don't have any. A minority and a majority don't have any intrinsic shit like
The
that.
regressive left ranks minority groups in a pecking order to
This might have been an older thing, but no, that's bad. I'm a socialist progressive, so yeah, I'm the most progressive out there. No, the left should do
compete in
that.
a kind of oppression Olympics. Gold medal goes to the most offended.
No.
Martin Luther King Jr.'s dream.
Oh, come on, get back to MLK. The thing I love talking about MLK. Why? Because conservatives do not know fuck about this guy. He was at least a social democrat. He supported reparations. A letter to Birmingham jail. The thing that makes me more afraid than the Ku Klux Klan is the white moderate who says I believe in the same things you do, but I can't believe in your actions. Blah blah blah. He was a radical at his time. He was moderate compared to other black activists. He was still a radical. People called him a rioter. Same thing they do with our modern, with Black Lives Matter. And he was hated. If he was still around, Tim Pool would be screaming about how he's a regressive leftist. And man, this is disgusting. The conservatives demonized him when he was alive, and then once he could not correct him, they pretended he was wrong.
That his children would be judged by their character and not their skin color was a liberal idea, but these days it's not a progressive ideal.
It is a progressive idea. He will be judged by his character, not the color of his skin. Color blindness is a terrible idea. Well, for two reasons. One, you can't address racism if you don't understand the way through it. You can't. If race is not a thing, but people do, and if you're blind to fact people believe race is a real thing, there's the Jewish people. The Nazis' definition of Jewish people, the Jewish ethnicity, is completely baloney. But if you don't understand, if you don't think of, okay, they're Jews, then how are you going to fix the Holocaust? They believe like wives of German soldiers that fought in World War II were not Jewish. Also, they believe in ethnically Jewish. Even if you didn't practice Judaism, you were considered a Jew. And it's stupid. The Nazi definition of Judaism is complete baloney. But you have to believe in them, or else how can you fix the Holocaust?
And what about religious freedom? The idea that no one else can tell you what.
Now they're going to be screaming how the black N-words are just how the Muslim N-words are having too much rights.
You have to believe. Surely progressives still support that basic right.
They still do.
Well, not so much.
Come on, show
I'm
me
a
an example.
married gay man, so you might think that I appreciate the government forcing a Christian baker or photographer or florist to act against their religion in order to.
If a religion told you to murder someone, would you believe that's okay? If a religion said it's my order that you have to murder someone, okay. Also, hear that again.
Much. I'm a married gay man, so you might.
Hey, married gay man. This is the identity politics shit. The right does this identity politics all the time. They are the people who actually do this identity politics. Candidates sewing, well, I can't be racist, I'm black. Shit. I don't know why I took that accent. Sorry. Also, this is a bit of a tangent.
Florist.
Just religious the Mormons believe in gay marriage, even though they were not. You can't get married as a gay people in a Mormon church. Why? They believe that the state can marry people. You can get married in a courtroom. The Mormons were like, okay, we do not support the idea of gay marriage, but I don't believe the state should be homophobic. So you can be a Christian and say, So I don't believe that gay people can get married, but I think the state can't stop them. I'm not going to let gay people get married, but
act against their religion in order to cater, photograph, or decorate my wedding. But you'd be wrong. A government that can force Christians to violate their conscience can force me to violate mine. If a baker won't bake you a cake,
I have a lot of tangents in this. This is a thing that leftists do. They're like, if we ban neo-Nazis, they might ban us. The thing is, though, they're not. The right's not grateful. They will, even if we didn't ban any neo-Nazis, when they took power, they're going to be like, right, we're going to murder you. Even if you're shooting neo-Nazis in the street or giving them flowers, either if you're shooting, whether you're shooting neo-Nazis in the street or giving them flowers, the right will still kill you. They don't care how nice you are to them.
find another baker. Don't demand that the state tell him what to do with his private business. I'm pro-choice.
Or your baron.
But a government that can force a group of Catholic nuns, literally called the Little Sisters of the Poor, to violate their faith and pay for abortion-inducing birth control.
No. Like, Hakeem did this video. Hakeem, the fascist, by the way. But he's also a doctor. I know this story is complete baloney. They allowed a type of contraception that stopped the sperm sperm fertilizing the egg. If you know basic embryology, you know that abortion is when the sperm already embryos the egg. I don't know why I'm giving this guy like a big. I learned this in school, babe.
Can force anyone to do anything.
Okay.
That's not progressive, that's regressive.
When has progressive advocated for small government? Other than when it's like directly from progressive cause, obviously.
Today's progressivism has become a faux moral movement hurling charges of racism.
This is the left didn't criticize that I did not leave the left. The left did him. No, this guy just left him.
Bigotry, xenophobia, homophobia.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know his argument already. He's going to scream. Well, these people saying these. The thing is, though, if I say call someone a bigot or a xenophobe or homophobe, I'm not saying a random word. Even when I call people are fascists, I debate fascists. I don't just call fascists and run away. I will call someone a fascist and debate them on. I will say, look, your positions are fascist. Your positions are wrong. Your positions are worse than Hitler. But I'm still going to debate you. I'll passionately debate someone like that. If I know if this is right who's saying that they're the people who want us to stop saying words, I think that's a bit more 1984. How about erasing words that accurately describe a group? There's a novel that starts with 19 and ends with 84. I don't know.
Islamophobia and a slew of other meaningless.
They're not using buzzwords. They're not meaningless buzzwords. They applies form of bigotry against a group. They mean something. They're not. If someone calls you these, that Ruben, I know you've been called these a million times because you are all of these groups and you want to genocide them, but they actually do have their weight.
Buzzwords at anyone they disagree.
I feel like I'm being too angry, and this is just a video essay. I have no idea how I'm going to do debates. The debates are going to be painful.
Agree with. The battle of ideas has been replaced by a battle of feelings.
When has the battle of, this is a facts don't care about your feelings. Anyway, if you're looking into the future, this is going to be especially ironic because the Ben Shapiro types are going to go into the Matt Walsh types where they're going to be more like, I hate them. So it's gonna, this is going to become out.
Outrage has replaced honesty. Diversity reigns supreme as long as it's not that pesky diversity of thought.
They're angry at college students are not allowing fascists. It's free speech for me to. It's free speech for me to criticize someone else's opinion. This is the right can't get. they get so offended when some tiny account calls them says a mean name to them and scream, speech has been defended, and yet they turn a blind eye when somebody gets doxxed. If a fascist doxes someone, I wonder why.
This isn't the recipe for a free society, it's a recipe for authoritarianism. For these reasons, I can no longer call myself a progressive. I don't really call myself a Democrat either. I'm a classical liberal, a free thinker.
A liberal's just fine for what you believe. That was ripped straight out the Hakeem video. Hakeem just thinks of conservatives and Democrats as the same. They're not. Democrats have the same class unity. They're actually quite like workers' right related to what you would expect. Obviously, Democrats aren't comrades, but like they're better. They're better at workers' rights than Republicans. Weirdly, they're being better at union rights, like the LRBD decision. Yeah, a liberal's just fine.
And as much as I don't like to admit it, defending my liberal values has suddenly become a conservative position.
No, what liberal value has become a conservative position?
So if you think people should be able to say what they think without being...
Yes, this is what I say. Conservatives get so triggered when someone tries to disagree with them. They get so triggered when someone calls them mean names. Yet they turn a blind eye when someone gets doxxed.
Punished for it. That people should be judged by their behavior, not their skin color.
Martin Luther King would not believe that. It's not that. Martin Luther King believed in reparations. I'll say that to the
and that people should be able to live the way that they want to live without government interference.
No, when has a small government ever been a progressive talking point? Obviously, people should live however they want has been a progressive idea, but the idea that small government that's just liberal. He's just talking about liberalism, saying, well, apparently these liberal values are not progressive. I believed in these progressive values of liberalism, and apparently these liberal values are not progressive.
Then there's that to progressive left on the left for you. I'll keep trying to explain that to progressives until I'm totally left out. I'm Dave Rubin of the Rubin Report for explaining that to progressives until I'm totally left out. I'm Dave Rubin of the Rubin Report for Prager University.
He went
to subscribe to.
He went to the right-wing news station funded by over billions. I know this is low-hanging fruit, but I had to do something after that Stephen Crowder debate. How many episodes did that take?